What's going on YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. If you clicked on this video, that means one of two things. Either you're trying to impress a girl that you just met.
Aquariums make me super horny.
That's not funny. Don't rub those.
Or you're probably trying to build an Archwing Launcher segment. Chances are, in my experience, you're probably looking to build an Archwing Launcher segment so that when you do these free roam bounties, in any of the 3 free roams, you want to get from point A to point B to point C in a matter of seconds. Put the K drive back in the closet. We're not going to be bullet jumping across Plains of Eidolon anymore. It's time to craft this Archwing Launcher segment. Let's get into the video. So first things first, every free roam is going to give you the chance to fish. However, Cetus and the Plains of Eidolon is the only place that you're going to be able to get fish oil from fishing. On Orvalis, they mostly have robotic fish, and in the Cambion Drift, they mostly have infested fish. In this video, we're also going to talk about how to get some Iradite and some Grokdrul in case you don't know where to get those. And that's just going to be glanced over really quick because they are very, very simple. Fish oil is the main purpose of this video, and the first thing that we need to do is get a fishing rod and get some lures. So what we're going to do is pause the game, we're going to fast travel, and we're going to go to Fisher High Luke. So what you're going to want to do is go into the Browse Wares option, and here you're actually going to see 3 different fishing spears. These are for different fish. Some fish have a little bit more armor on the outside, so to speak. Some are a little bit more scaly, some are soft skinned. So it behooves you to just go ahead and buy all 3 of these. You only need to equip one within your gear wheel. You'll have access to all 3 of them when you're in the Plains of Eidolon. Now there's a lot of other options here. There's bait, there's dyes, pheromones, and there's trophies. Really, when it comes to fish oil in this video, there's no sense in looking at trophies or anything like that. There are a couple things that I'm going to recommend to you before we get into the Plains of Eidolon to get the best bang for your buck. The Twilight bait is going to probably give you the most bang for your buck when it comes to bait, because you're not really looking for a certain kind of fish, because all the fish within Plains of Eidolon will give you fish oil, but this bait will attract day and night cycle fish. Some fish only come out during the day, and vice versa, some fish only come out at night. So this is going to be a good way for you to bait out some fish no matter what time of day it is, so you don't have to wait for a certain cycle to roll around. These only cost 100 standing, so if you've done a couple bounties, you should be able to at least afford a handful of these. Now, luminous dye is going to illuminate the fish that are in your surrounding area. So when you're looking in the water, you have your fishing rod equipped, you'll start to see fish, but it's going to be very hard to see sometimes with the sun glare or the moon glare and the waves and things like that. So this luminous dye is going to illuminate them, making them light up really bright so you can see them, and they're a little bit easier to catch this way. Another alternative is if you have the Oxalis Robotic Companion. Oxalis actually has a really cool mod that will help you and save you standing. And Oxalis comes with this mod. It reveals hotspots within 100 meters and applies luminous dye to fish within 40 meters. Now, so long as you've bought a fishing rod, you got a couple baits, let's head out into Plains of Eidolon and figure out how to get some of these fish. Now, once you've spawned in Plains of Eidolon, I do want to kind of quickly glance over Iradite and Grokdrul. Iradite you can find all over the place in the Plains of Eidolon. They're not necessarily in one spot, but they are out in nature. So just look for a formation that looks very much like this. Go ahead and break it, and you should get 1 to 3 Iradite. And when it comes to Grokdrul, these can be found around Grenier settlements. They'll maybe have a couple of enemies around, but you'll see these green canisters that once you break them, they will also give you 1 to 3 Grokdrul. If you do have a resource booster, yes, they do count towards these, so you will get double the amount that you normally do. And if you do some of the higher level bounties, I think they start at the tier 4 and tier 5 that you start to actually get Iradite and Grokdrul per break. So in other words, when you have one of these bounties active, or you start Plains of Eidolon with one of these bounties active, every time you break a Grokdrul drum or an Iradite formation, you're going to get a lot more Iradite than you normally would in the default difficulty. Once you spawn into the Plains of Eidolon, pop open your map and you just want to look for any sort of body of water. My recommendation, there's a big pond in the very middle of Plains of Eidolon. That seems to be a pretty good hotspot for just a lot of fish. Maybe not the rarest of types, but a lot of fish to catch in one fell swoop. The other is to the left of the map, on the left of Plains of Eidolon, where you'll see a dead shark laying on the ground. This is a pretty good spot and one of our go-tos when we're looking for not only a lot of fish, but there are a lot of special ocean type fish out this way as well. Keep in mind that with Plains of Eidolon fish, they are sized from small medium, and large. When it comes to Orvalis and Cambion Drift, they are going to be basic, adorned, and magnificent. Large fish that you get in Plains of Eidolon, you can mount on trophies, and the magnificent ones that you get from Orvalis and Cambion Drift, you can also trophy. So just keep that in mind. The large fish are the most rare, so to speak, in Plains of Eidolon, and the magnificent in Orvalis and the Cambion Drift are the most rare in those places. On top of that information, when it comes to Plains of Eidolon fish, the larger the fish, the more fish oil you're going to get from those fish. My recommendation really is just whatever you see, just go ahead and try and spear it. Bring in as much as you can. Within about 5 to 10 minutes, you should have plenty enough to get what you need. So you've been around Plains of Eidolon and you've caught a handful of fish, maybe 2 handfuls of fish.
Ooh, fish, right on.
Come on back inside the Cetus doors and once again fast travel to Fisher High Luke. Now you're probably going to kick yourself in the ass for this one, but this is how you get fish oil. You've caught the fish, you want to come to Fisher High Luke, and you want to come down to the very bottom option, which is cut fish. Once you've selected cut fish, you want to select all the fish that you want to get rid of. Like I said before, the larger the fish, the more fish oil you're going to get per cut. This is all up to you and how much you actually want. Once you have your selection made, go down to cut fish and it will give you a preview of what you're about to get. Once you've cut those fish, head on back to your orbiter, go to your foundry, find that Archwing Launcher segment, and you should have enough Iradite, Grokdrul, and fish oil to complete this build. Go ahead and select it, let that thing build, take a breather, and know that shortly, once that thing is done, you'll be able to go back to the Plains of Eidolon or any of the free roams, pop those Archwings, and get from point A to point B to point C in a matter of seconds. You're going to see a noticeable difference in how fast you can get these objectives completed. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it helped. Y'all have a good rest of your day. I'm out of here, man. Peace.
We'll be right back.